Hi, friends. Welcome back to YLEENA. Have you ever felt like you're living with two different people inside your mind? One person has big dreams. You want to build a meaningful career, learn new skills, create beautiful things, and achieve financial freedom. You are ambitious, but the other person just wants to stay in bed. The other person feels tired, scrolls on the phone for hours, and puts off important tasks until tomorrow. People around you might call this laziness. And because you have big goals, you start to feel guilty. You think, if I am so ambitious, why can't I just get up and do the work? Today, I want to tell you something comforting, but also based on science. You are not broken, and you are not actually lazy. What you are experiencing is a very real scientific conflict inside your brain. And once you understand how it works, you can finally stop fighting yourself. To understand why we feel this way, we need to look at how our brains evolved over thousands of years. Deep inside your brain, there is a small ancient part called the limbic system. This part of your brain is responsible for your basic survival, emotions, and instincts. Millions of years ago, energy was scarce. Food was hard to find. So, the limbic system learned a very important rule. Save your energy. Do not work unless you absolutely have to. When you want to rest or scroll on your phone, that is your ancient brain trying to conserve energy. It prefers immediate rewards. But humans also evolved another part of the brain located right behind your forehead, the prefrontal cortex. This is the seat of your ambition. It is the part of your brain that thinks about the future, sets goals, and plans your life. When you feel lazy but ambitious, it simply means your prefrontal cortex and your limbic system are having an argument. Your ambition wants the long-term reward of success. Your instinct wants the short-term reward of comfort. Psychologists also point to a concept called executive dysfunction. Sometimes your brain is not refusing to do the work because it is lazy. It is refusing because it feels overwhelmed. When a task feels too big, your brain perceives it as a threat, a danger. And what do we do when we face danger? We freeze. We avoid it. So procrastination is not a character flaw. It is an emotional coping mechanism. There is a famous saying, often credited to Bill Gates, "I choose a lazy person to do a hard job," because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. There is a lot of truth in this. Ambitious people who have a low tolerance for boring, repetitive work often become the best innovators. Why? Because they look for efficiency. They don't want to waste energy. If you are lazy but ambitious, you have a unique advantage. You don't want to work harder. You want to work smarter. You naturally want to find the path of least resistance. The problem only happens when you use your energy to feel guilty instead of using it to create better systems. Science shows that willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired. If you try to force yourself to work using 100% willpower every day, you will burn out. High-efficiency people don't rely on willpower. They rely on science-based systems that make action easier than inaction. Let's talk about how to build those systems. Here are 3 practical science-backed steps to help you align your ambition with your need for comfort. Step number 1, lower the activation energy. In chemistry, activation energy is the minimum amount of energy required to start a reaction. The same concept applies to your habits. If your desk is messy, your laptop is closed, and you need to find your notebooks, the activation energy to start studying is too high. your brain will choose the phone instead. To fix this, prepare your environment the night before. If you want to write, leave your document open on the screen. If you want to exercise, put your shoes next to your bed. Make the starting point as small and effortless as possible. Step number 2. Use the 2-minute rule. When you look at a big goal, your ancient brain gets scared and freezes. So, trick your brain. Tell yourself, I am only going to work on this for 2 minutes. 2 minutes of reading, 2 minutes of cleaning, 2 minutes of writing. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest stays at rest, but an object in motion stays in motion. Once you overcome the first 2 minutes, your brain adapts, and it becomes much easier to keep going. Step number 3. Protect your rest without guilt. True laziness is doing nothing when you should be doing something. True rest is a biological necessity. Many lazy but ambitious people never truly rest. When they are resting, they are worrying about work. And when they are working, they are too tired to focus. Give yourself permission to have structured, guilt-free rest. When you rest deeply, your brain recharges its dopamine levels, which actually gives you the energy to be ambitious tomorrow. My dear friends, please remember this. Being ambitious doesn't mean you have to move at maximum speed every single day. Nature does not rush, yet everything is accomplished. A tree grows quietly, absorbing energy, resting in the winter, and blooming when the time is right. It is completely okay to love comfort. It is completely okay to protect your energy. You do not need to feel guilty for not being a machine. You are a human being. Accept your ambition, but respect your need for rest. Find the smarter way, make the first step small, and be gentle with yourself along the journey. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me today at YLEENA. If this reflection brought you a sense of peace or clarity, please consider subscribing, liking this video, or sharing it with a friend who might be feeling the same way today. Take care of yourself, breathe deeply, and I will see you in our next episode. Goodbye.